Hi, Mr. Hendricks. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet
My name is Kenzie. I am your social worker here at Safe Haven. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to get to know about you and your situation and kind of what we can help you with here at Safe Haven.
you. Okay.
So, would you like to just start kind of explaining why you're here, maybe a couple things about you?
Well, I'm a single father and I've got a couple of kids. Looking for work right now. Last winter, I was working at a restaurant and we had a couple bad weather, kids were out of school,
Right.
and I'm not gonna leave them at home alone, so
Right.
I chose to stay at home, and my manager fired me. So just been unable to find work or anything. So I moved to Nashville in hopes to having a better life,
Right.
but things aren't just happening for me right now. So
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. So, where did you live before Nashville?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. And may I ask, were you and the children's mother together at one point?
Yeah, but it's been years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so she's no longer
No.
in your guys' life? No. And what are your kids' names?
I don't remember. I knew everything else, but I forgot that. James and Eleanor, 12 and 9.
And are they here with you?
Yes.
Yes. And what grades are they in school?
One's in 6th, one's in 4th.
And do they enjoy going to school?
Yeah, they seem to be.
Yeah. So with you here and with you struggling to find work, have you found any troubles as far as getting them to school or anything like that?
Well, I just walk them to school because it's not too far, but I'm all out. So
Yeah. I understand that. And so you say that you haven't had a job since last winter when you got fired at the restaurant? No. And what do you say would be like the biggest barrier for you as far as getting a job? Are you just not finding anyone hiring?
Well, right now it's transportation.
Okay. So that's definitely something we can help you look into, some resources as far as transportation as we progress further along. But I can definitely note that down as something that you need help with. And also along those lines, what kind of educational attainment do you have? Did you finish high school?
Yeah, just high school.
Just high school?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, wonderful. All right. And since you're out of work, what does your income look like?
Right now, my income, I've got maybe $2,000 in the bank right now, but I'm not bringing anything in.
No.
Menial jobs, this summer I cut some grass, painted a little bit, but just side jobs, nothing full time or anything. So.
And are you currently in any sort of social services as far as food stamps?
Yeah, we get food stamps.
Okay, yeah. And is there anything that you think that we could help you sign up for or look into further, other than what you've got right now? Or would you be interested in looking into anything
Well,
else?
I'm always interested in something until I can find work.
Right, exactly. Something to help the family out until you find work. Yeah. And so you have come here because you are no longer in housing, correct? And how long have you been out of housing? Is this a recent thing or?
Well, they kicked me out of the apartment about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And where have you guys been since then?
Kind of homeless and everything right now. So.
Yeah, I understand. That's a really hard situation. Yeah, I get that. And so 2 weeks ago you guys were kicked out.
Yeah.
And how are you dealing with that?
Well, I'm trying to be strong for my kids and everything right now, but it's pretty tough not being able to find work. I thought that it would be easier being the winter and all, pick up a construction job.
Right.
I've had a lot of difficulty finding out the bus scheduling and everything because I don't know anybody here.
Right.
I can just stand at a bus stop, but I don't know how many hours or I'll have to stay. So.
Right. We can definitely look into helping you get set up with more transportation as far as busing or something like that, and help you kind of look into different job opportunities. So you mentioned construction. What kind of jobs would you be most interested in?
Um,
Or you feel you have the best skill set?
well, I feel like as a cook in a restaurant, that would be my best bet.
Mhm.
Construction, I was kind of like an apprentice to be a carpenter. I don't
Yeah.
know, I couldn't be a full-time carpenter, maybe I'd start out as a laborer or something like
Mhm.
that, but just anything to get me to work, so
Right,
I'm not gonna be picky or anything, so.
right. No, that's a wonderful attitude to have. Sorry, and so it also mentioned in your file that you have been treated for depression in the past. Is this
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yes. Is that something that you currently struggle with right now?
Yeah, cause I don't have any medication I'm taking right now for it, so.
Right. When was the last time you've maybe been to a doctor?
Oh, I hadn't been to a doctor probably in 2 years. I guess, well, it hadn't been that long. I mean, we got kicked out of the apartment and everything. I just never got my meds refilled, so.
Right.
it's
That's
just
completely understandable.
Not what, to me, it's not an important thing right now.
Right.
I mean, I feel like I can deal with it as
Mhm.
best I can, so.
Mm-hmm. But is that something that you would be interested in addressing if given the opportunity?
Given the opportunity, yes, it would help my motivation, I think.
Mhm.
I mean, like I said, I try to be strong for my kids, but sometimes it's pretty tiring and everything. So,
Right, I completely understand. And I know that you're trying to do the best for your kids,
yes.
which is so admirable. And do you have any other illnesses, anything of concern?
Not that I know of.
And what about your children? Is there anything of concern regarding them?
No, my youngest, Eleanor, was diagnosed with asthma. They said she probably could use an inhaler, but we just really never got around to that. She has some difficulty breathing sometimes,
Yeah.
and I just try to calm her down and stuff like that. So,
Right. And are you guys hooked up with TennCare, Medicare, any sort of health insurance for you or the children?
Not right now.
Not right now.
No. During the moving out process, I've lost all the documentation I had, so.
That's definitely something that we can help you look into, because it sounds like that may be something you qualify for, and that I think could help your children and you. Just make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves as best as you can in this difficult time. And so it sounds like to me, kind of the problems we're wanting to work on is helping you find a job and then stable housing for you and the children. Is there anything else that you feel like you want help working on in your time here?
I don't know if you offer any trades for schooling out here or not. I don't think something like that would hurt
Right.
if it was available.
That's something that we can look into and hopefully help you connect with someone else. And then hopefully then that can help you land a stable job in the future. And so maybe the more pressing problem that we want to work on right now is the employment, and then as future goes on, help you with the housing. And in the meantime, look into different like incomes, maybe some health insurance for you guys, make sure your food stamps, everything like that is up to date. Is there anything more like on a personal level to help you take care of yourself? I know you're trying to kind of progress for the family. Is there anything else that you feel like?
Right now, it's just me and my kids,
Yeah.
Nothing personal, I guess.
Right, yeah, no, I
That I
understand.
need. That's
Yeah.
me and my kids, so.
All right, and then I have just a couple questions as far as like an intake form goes. It's more just like protocol and maybe getting to know you a little bit better. So family history, your parents, are you in contact with them?
They're still in Phoenix. I talk to them about every month, I guess.
Yeah. And do you have any family history of depression? Is that Is that something that runs in the family?
I mean, I guess I could say my dad is a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really know my uncles. I would just say my dad probably.
Yeah. And what about substance use? Is that something, or alcoholism?
My dad, he was a heavy drinker when he was younger, but no,
Mhm.
at this time he's not at all.
And is that anything that, like anything that has troubled you throughout your life?
No, I don't think so. No, I mean, I realized that I had some depression issues,
Mhm.
and with alcohol being kind of like a sedative, a little bit,
Right.
downer, I stayed away from it.
Right. That's very understandable. And as far as other supports, do you have any other support system here? Friends, family, anyone that you're really close with that you can rely on?
Nah,
No.
no, I would say not.
Yeah.
I've got acquaintances, but
Mm-hmm.
just people coming in and out of the shelter, so.
Right, I understand, and it's hard when you move to a new place. Yeah. And other things. So we've got your educational history. What about work history? What kind of jobs did you hold when you were in Phoenix?
As a cook
Mm-hmm.
in a restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. And medical history, I know depression, and you said you didn't really have any other medical issues. Do you know of anything like in the past that maybe you're not struggling with right now, but
No, I can't really think of anything.
pretty healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and so as we move forward, we can start to kind of work on these different goals. So we're going to first be looking to help you get some sort of education, or not education, sorry, work.
Okay.
Some sort of work. And are you hoping to continue to take the kids to school as time goes on? Because I know you said you walk them to school now.
Yeah, well, as long as they're attending the same school, it's okay. Now,
Mm-hmm.
next year my son will be in middle school and my daughter will be in elementary still, so they go to separate schools. So depending on where we are, where we're living and everything,
Right.
hopefully not here, so I mean, hopefully
Right.
things work out, so.
Right. And do you see them being in school and maybe the care of them as far as having to be there for them before school and after school as another barrier to work maybe?
Yes. Normally my daughter gets home before my son does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that with her being 9.
Right.
I feel a little better with my son being older.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was a latchkey kid, so I've got to teach her how to unlock the door and stuff like that. Now, it wouldn't be for maybe 30 minutes or so until my son got home, but it's still, I don't like it, but I mean, I trust her and all, but.
So is childcare something that you would want to look into, something like that, if you were to get a job that required that?
Yeah, I would have to, not for long periods of time now, and it's just so expensive, especially not working, so.
No, I completely understand. There's definitely some different programs throughout the city that we can try to hook you up with that provide reduced fee or free for lower income families, just while you get back on your feet.
Right.
That's definitely something we can look into. And is there any other things as far as like family, like are your children coping all right with the struggles that you guys have been having recently?
I mean, they say they understand. I mean, in Phoenix, my boy played basketball. My daughter, she played dance. Well, not played, but she went to dance and stuff. And here, they wanted to do those things, but with me out of work and everything costs money. I don't have the opportunity to give them those things right now.
Right,
so.
right. And is that difficult for you to feel like you
Oh,
feel-
yeah. I mean, it's all part of the depression and things that gets me down. Like I said, I try to stay strong for my kids because I know how hard this is on me, and
Right.
with their friends at school and stuff like that. I mean, it's gotta be tough. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know when I was a kid, it was pretty tough, so.
Mm-hmm. And how are you coping with that? Do you?
Well, the meds were helping a little bit and everything, but when we got kicked out of the apartment, like I said, I've not been taking any meds. I had to refill my prescription, so I mean, luckily I have faith and everything, so my higher power, that's who I lean on right now, so.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
My higher power or?
Just
Faith.
how it helps you.
I mean, I talk to him. I mean, God. I mean, I talk to God. Now, I do feel like right now He's not answering my prayers. I'm struggling. You know, I read the stories in the Bible and everything, and I mean, it's tough, but all I can do is hope for a better day. So I mean.
So is that kind of one of the places in your life that you feel like you draw strength and is there to support you?
Oh yeah, without doubt.
Do you are you hooked up to like a faith community here in Nashville?
Not here in Nashville, no.
Is that something else you'd be interested in kind of looking into?
I mean, sure, eventually,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, all I have is my Bible, so I mean.
Right. That's definitely something that we can kind of look into to try to help you find strength in other ways other than just through us. So yeah, do you have anything else that you would like to talk about? Or anything else that maybe I didn't ask that you think is important, or struggles that maybe you want help with?
No, I think you covered most everything. The main thing, like you said, was finding me work, and I think everything else will fall into place once that happens. So.
Yeah, I think so too. All right.